Hello, Gemini. I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and this is your weekly read for the week of the 6th to the 12th of April 2020. I hope you're doing well, Gemini. So, Gemini, it's the weekend when I am publishing this video, and so the weekend of the 4th, 5th of April, I've got a half price sale because it's the weekend and it's on my soulmate twin flame readings this weekend. So, if you want to know what's going on in your love life according to your higher self and what's going on in your soulmate, your twin flames, love life, and in their life at the moment, and how you're going to come together and when you're going to come together and all of that good stuff, then you can book in for one of those. There's a link up there to book in for one of those. So they're not 120 Australian dollars, they're 60 Australian dollars, which is working out to be about 37, 38 American dollars right now. So check those out, book in for one of those. That's half price special offers on all weekend. So let's have a look. Gemini, what's going on in your life this week? What's your story this week, Gemini? You've got self-love and be supportive. Self-love, it's come up for a couple of signs already, this. So you're learning how to love yourself. You're in lockdown. You're loving yourself more. You're looking after yourself better, hopefully. Hopefully, Gemini. And now you've focused on yourself. It's time to start opening up to supporting others. Now, this is like opening up to your life path, what you're here for, what the gifts, the talents that you're here to share. Now, you don't do that by looking outside of yourself and looking at what everyone else is doing and how you can change them and how you can change what you don't like in the external world and how you can change that. That's not how you do this. You do it in the way that you've been doing it. You're focused on yourself, and it's when you're focused on yourself and your life and you're staying in your lane and you're looking after yourself and you're spending time in meditation, then you get an idea of doing something that you find fun for yourself, and then it ends up like helping other people. And that's when you start being able to support other people and help other people, when it's like a win-win situation. But you have to focus on yourself first. And you've had to do that, Gemini, because no amount of judging the world around you and trying to change it is ever going to have a positive influence on the world, because that's coming from a fight. And fights never get anyone anywhere good. You just end up being in fights when you're coming from that fighting place. And so the reason that you've been brought back into yourself to do this self-love, you've been brought back into your own mind to focus on yourself, Gemini, is so that you can be ready to actually do what you came here to do. And I feel like in the past you've been looking outside of yourself, looking what you don't like in the world, looking at what you don't like in other people, and then thinking, I can fix that. And it's not, it's just judgment when you do that. It's coming from a judgmental place and you can't do anything good from there. But now you can do some real good because you're being brought back to yourself and what's right for you. You know, I used to be like that too. I used to think I could change the world. I thought I could heal everyone. I thought I could like get rid of the stuff that I didn't like in the world. And my business just didn't work for me very well when I did that. And it was only when I just gave up really. I started doing just the things that I love. Just doing things that I love and having a lot of fun in my business, because it was just, no matter what I did, it would just kind of tick over. It would give me what I needed. It wasn't like ever, whenever I was struggling, whenever I was trying to do it, it never, got really big. And so I just kind of gave up. I just kind of surrendered. It's like, oh, well, I'll do this. It's just kind of, it doesn't matter whether I work hard on it or not, because nothing changes, so I might as well not work hard on it. And so I got really lazy with it, and that surrender, that point of surrender, and I just started having a good time in my life and doing, like, getting hobbies and stuff like that, focusing on me. What I didn't realize is I was doing exactly what the universe needed me to do. I was filling myself up, focusing on myself, learning how to give to myself, receiving from myself first, started receiving from other people, feeling really better just in my private life. And then suddenly I had like this idea to, do Psychic Cafe and to do more videos like this, which is fun for me. And then suddenly my business started getting really busy. And so you've got to that point of surrender too, where you just focused on yourself. Maybe you haven't realized that you got to the point of surrender. But you are, Gemini. That's where you're at. And you're going to get to this place where you can actually do something now. Yeah, look, you've got changes in your work because you're a completion of doing what you love. This is like one aspect of your work is finished now. So if that is resonating with you, what I just said, you've been in a struggle, you've been trying to make things happen, you've been trying to change the world, you've been trying, yeah, and really you recognize behind that there's a kind of a judgmental thing. That's completed now. Even if you love part of it, it's completed. And it could be that the universe is going to bring you right back to doing it, but from a completely different energy. So you need to let go of what you've been doing, as in your work, because, yeah, you're being opened up to what you're really here for now. Let's see. It's a really important week for everyone this week, by the way. Look, you've got brilliant and love. So there's something even better. You've loved what you've been doing, but you need to let go of it now because there's something even better. Maybe like my work, you know? You could love what you're doing, and this is what I was doing before, but it's a total different energy now in me. Now I'm just doing what I love. It's not hard work. I'm not struggling. I'm not trying to, convince people that don't want readings to get readings. I did a lot of messed up stuff back then, and it was hard. It was hard work. I was working constantly, and it was just frustrating. And maybe that's where you've been. And it's like the universe doesn't need you to do that. It can make it really easy for you. And there's a better way of doing it. Your higher self wants to take you to that point, and it's through getting balance within yourself. That's what I'm hearing. Like, we've got a full moon this week, and it's on the 7th or 8th of April, and I'm hearing for you, Gemini, this balance that you need to find, what you need to let go of to find balance is what you've been doing, even though you've loved it, because there's another way for you to do it, which you're going to love even more. It's going to be brilliant for you. It's going to be so much fun, and it's not going to be the struggle anymore. It's just going to happen for you. So stay focused on yourself. Like I said, the way it happened for me is I just started focusing on other things. I started doing like hobbies, just filling my life up in other ways. I carried on with what I was doing, but I put it in the background and I wasn't focused on it at all. It just kept on ticking over. And from that point, it grew from there, because I was finding in my personal life the stuff that really filled me up, and it opened me up to my work. So I'm really feeling like you've got to do something similar at the moment. Bring yourself back to yourself. Just let go of the work as it's been. Let it tick over. Carry on doing it if you want. If it's like me, you've got your own business, you can still do it, but not be focused on it anymore. Get focused on yourself, and something much better is going to come in. I'm hearing it's what you've been doing, but it's just in a different way, and it's going to come to you. You don't need to try and find it, because look, you're good enough. You don't need to try. You've been trying, like you're trying to prove yourself to the universe, like you've been trying to do it, and it's like the universe is saying, but you don't. It doesn't need to be that hard. You don't need to do that. You don't need to prove yourself. You're already worthy. It can happen really easily. You just got to take your eyes off it, and then we'll bring you a better way. Have you ever tried like learning a musical instrument or something, and there's just like one point where it just starts flowing? You get in that zone and it just starts flowing. It becomes easy. Or maybe in sports too, you learn how to run. There's like, I remember in my 20s learning how to run, as in it was all about the breathing. It was about, my goal was to be able to run 5 kilometers. Now I can run, not a problem at all. But it was all about the breathing when I first started. I could only like run for like 5 minutes or something, then I'd have to walk for a couple of minutes just to catch my breath. But then it got to a certain point. I just persisted. It got to a certain point, and then it just got really easy. I got in that zone, and I could run forever, kind of thing. Have you ever had anything like that, where you just get to that zone? Well, your work is going to get to that zone. You're going to get into this zone, and it takes persistence, yeah, but it doesn't take trying. It's like when you're running or when you're learning a musical instrument, you've just got to keep on doing it, not paying that much attention. You can't make it go faster to get to that zone. It just happens to you at a certain point, and it's more the surrender. It's more about the surrender. That's what you're being asked to do, Gemini, is surrender, so you can get into the zone. And when you're in the zone, it's all going to work out. So you're good enough. You can't even get there. This is saying you can't try and get there. You can't try and speed it up. You can't try and get into that zone. You can't try to get there. You can't like make yourself good enough to be in that zone. You can't. It's just going to happen at a certain point. And it's through surrender. So, what are you writing down? You're writing down that you're good enough, that you know what you do is really valuable. You know it is. And that's probably about why you've been trying to do it for so long. You've been trying to support others with it. You've been trying to make it work. But there's such a simple way to make it work for you, and it's coming in. You just need to let go. So this week, and this full moon especially that's in this week, it's all about letting that go. And as I said, you don't need to stop what it is that you're doing. You just need to take the pressure off it, take the focus off it. I don't know, learn to run or learn a musical instrument or something like that. Just do something that you're going to find enjoyable. Take your mind off it. It's going to work anyway. The universe will take over, and then it'll bring you an idea, something that's brilliant, like that you will really love, and it's going to make it just so easy. But you've got to stop that struggling for it. You've got to stop that trying to prove worthy, that trying to make it happen yourself, that trying to get yourself in that point. It's like trying to get success with it, trying. You just can't get it from that point because you've got to let go, and there's no need for you to do that. The universe wants you to have what you want anyway, wants you to be able to do the supportive thing. You just can't do it from the struggle. The universe wants you to have it easy, Gemini. And that's what this week is all about, of you letting go so that you can have it easy. That's what it's all about for you. Does that resonate with you, Gemini? If it does, please click the like and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment. How does it resonate with you? Is that your story? Love to hear from you. And also, Gemini, if you're getting value out of my readings, and I'm sure your friends will get value out of my readings too, so please can you share my channel with them? I'd be very appreciative if you did that. Also, I have a live show every day. It's called Psychic Cafe, and it's at 8 a.m. Bangkok time. Find out what time it is in your time zone and come along live sometime. I go deeper into the daily read and we all chat, and it's a lot of fun. And then I do like mini readings, so it's a lot of fun. Come along sometime. I'd love to see you in there. Have an awesome week, Gemini. I'll see you next time. Bye.